Now, this may benefit your reality, but my new one, not so much.
We knew that Disney Plus was going to have a ton of exciting things up their sleeve, but we never expected all of the Avengers Endgame deleted scenes. One scene in particular might just change everything we thought we knew about the end of Endgame, so keep watching for all of the amazing details.
I've spent so many years peering through time.
Well, it might look pretty much the same as the version that made it into the movie. A deleted scene that takes place between the Ancient One and the Hulk packs a whole lot of new information about Thanos, the stones, and the fate of all, or at least half, of humanity. In the original scene, Hulk met the Ancient One on top of the roof, and the Ancient One explained that removing the Infinity Stone created a new timeline. In this version, however, she has a whole lot more to say. In a series of events that kind of contradict what happened in Doctor Strange, she said that she used the Time Stone in order to see events that happened after her own death. Afterwards, the conversation continues, and she lets the Hulk in on one tiny, life-changing piece of information. She knows how the snap works. Oh, Ancient One, you have been holding out. She goes on to say that the snap didn't actually destroy any life forms, not entirely. The Ancient One points out to the Hulk that there is a large and important difference between ending someone's life and simply willing them out of existence, which is what Thanos did. So basically, getting hit by a falling piano is final, but the snap? Not so much. She also goes on to say that resurrecting someone from the grave is impossible, but reversing the snap isn't. It's difficult, sure, but not impossible, which is a very important distinction. It actually makes a lot of sense if you think about it. Why else would they have been able to reverse the disappearances of everyone who was affected by the snap, but not Black Widow's fate? Because her passing wasn't related to the snap at all, and was a very final sacrifice. That's why. So while this is good news for the half of the universe that was originally erased with the first snap, it's not such great news in the long run. It means that, because he was finally done in with a snap, that Thanos and his army are all still alive somewhere, just transported to one reality or another, ready to be brought back at any moment. But where does one go after being snapped? There isn't a solid explanation for this, but it seems to be that the whole thing works a little like the transporters in Star Trek, which convert matter from one state to another. So don't go picturing Thanos slowly twirling around in space somewhere, like a rotisserie chicken. He did get reduced to dust. But as we all know, matter can neither be created nor destroyed. So if he didn't have his life force extinguished by the snap, it remains in the universe, just in a different form. Marvel has already touched on the fact that a person's life doesn't begin and end in their mortal body, as we saw in Black Panther, whose characters' souls, if that's what you want to call them, simply go to the ancestral plane, and in some cases can return from there. We don't know for sure that the victims of the snap actually travel somewhere as specific as the ancestral plane, because we saw that Peter Parker and all the others who were returned didn't know that 5 years had passed, or have any memories of visiting somewhere else. So chances are that when someone is snapped, they go into some sort of cosmic holding area, or at least temporarily shut down, only to be reawoken at another time. We say chances are because we really have no idea. Maybe they go somewhere else, and then have their memories wiped, Men in Black style.
I will miss the chase.
No, D. You won't.
Before they can return. Speaking of T'Challa, the fact that they don't actually get destroyed is made all the more clear by the fact that he makes no mention of returning to the ancestral plane after being snapped, which he would have if he had actually passed away. That means he didn't actually cross over, but just went somewhere else. Some think it's possible that the snap sends his victims to the quantum realm, which actually isn't a bad idea. It ties in what happens in the mid-credits scene from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Scott Lang was fortunate enough to enter the quantum realm just before Thanos landed in Wakanda, which is why he was spared from the effects of the snap, and why he winds up trapped there for the next 5 years. But if you pay attention to that scene, you'll notice something. Right as Thanos snaps his fingers, the quantum realm explodes into color, all around him, with orange sparks flying everywhere.
3.
Hello? Ha ha, very funny.
Some believe that this explosion of energy into the quantum realm, right at the moment of Thanos' snap, indicates that all of the souls of those who were victims of it flooded into this realm all at once. Of course, there's also the Marvel Soul World, often described in the comic books as a pocket dimension that is bound to the Soul Stone. Well, we know that this dimension is much, much greater than originally thought, so it's such a stretch of the imagination that both the Soul World and the quantum dimension could be the same place. The quantum realm has been described as an almost limitless place where the laws of time and space break down, and the soul world would have to be the same in order to contain every soul from every living thing in all of existence. Kevin Feige himself also confirmed that there are different levels in the quantum realm, infinite ones to be exact. So instead of thinking of it as a physical place, like the ancestral plane, the quantum realm exists in an entirely different way, a place vast enough and mysterious enough to store the souls of half a universe's worth of people, and one in particular who might not be as gone as we thought he was. Here's hoping Marvel gives us the answers to all of these questions sometime soon. We love this theory, do you? Do you hope we get another encounter with Thanos at a later date? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out.